All right. Hey guys, it is Happy Teach back with another quick lesson. So, one of the things that was frustrating for a while is when Photoshop condensed, or Adobe, the Adobe Photoshop team condensed all of the shapes and then you couldn't see your shapes. And then typically, when trying to find your shapes, you're going in here and you really only had these four, like leaf trees, wild animals, boats, and flowers. But what if you want more? Well, you would think you go to this flyout menu, but then you don't see any of that information in there. You're like, oh man, it's so frustrating. Then you go, I'm going to close this because that's actually our answer in a second. But then you go over here to your properties panel and you're like, oh, well, maybe it's in the properties panel and it is not there. Then, you're searching everywhere. There might, and you can't find it. So here's where it is. So if you go to window and you go down to shapes and you grab it, now you'll see, so you may just see these four, which is leaf, trees, wild animals, boats, and flowers. But you'll see I have an additional one right here, is legacy, shapes, and more. The way that I got that is I went to the flyout menu inside of the shapes panel, clicked on that, and then I went down to legacy, shapes, and more. When you go to legacy, shapes, and more, it's going to add, now I have double, but that's okay. It's going to add that legacy shapes folder in there for you. And when you go in there, now your world opens up. You have 2019 shapes that were added, but then you have this other option of all legacy default shapes. That's where you're going to get all of your additional fun shapes, like let's say music. Let me just do that and draw that out, and bam, look at that. Awesome shapes that you can do some cool stuff for. So hopefully that helps somebody out. I know it's frustrating. I'm trying to find it. I know it's frustrating for my students trying to find it. And so here you go. All right. I will see you in the next video. Ta-ta for now. Ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ta.